morning, everyone, team. Let's start the session for today. So in yesterday's demo, yesterday we had a demo on this Oracle Fusion HCM cloud applications. And in yesterday's demo, we were talking about introduction to the ERP, and we have seen Oracle Fusion applications evaluation overview, like what is Fusion applications and in which year Oracle introduced this product into the market. And prior to Oracle Fusion, what are the existing ERPs that are available in the market and when Oracle acquired them and how these Fusion applications evolved in the market, that we have seen, team. And then I have explained you the difference between on-premise versus cloud deployment option. And again, within the cloud deployment option, what are the three offerings that we have, like SaaS model, PaaS model, or IaaS model that we have seen, team. And then I talked about types of companies involved, like who is the vendor or who is the client or customer and who is the consulting company and where we are going to work once we learn this particular technology. And if you want to start career in this, where we are going to work, that I explained you in types of companies involved. And then we talk about the concept of Fusion environment releases, team. Like in the year 2011, when Oracle introduced this product in the market, what is the version they came up? And since then, what is the evaluation happened? And what is the current latest version of the application, team? And what is the quarterly, what is the upgradation policy that Oracle currently following for the Fusion applications? I told you, right? Every year, 4 times, Oracle will provide upgradation to their application, right? The quarterly upgradation policy Oracle is following, team. And what is the version sequence? Okay. What is the version sequence that it will follow quarter to quarter? This also I have decoded and explained you yesterday, team. And then after this quarterly upgradation policy or the environment releases, team, we have discussed what are the modules that we are having in Oracle Fusion HCM cloud applications, team. What are the functional modules and what are the technical modules that we have in the system? Okay, that all I have explained you, team. And we have to talk about these two concepts also yesterday, like Oracle Knowledge Repository and Oracle Certification Process, team. But I didn't get a time to complete these two things. So before going to the today's topic, let me complete these two things also, team. Like what is this Oracle Knowledge Repository? See, Oracle for their applications, team, whatever the applications that Oracle offering in the market, Oracle Fusion, HCM, or supply chain, or financials, or projects, not only for Oracle Fusion, you take any other Oracle products in the market, team. The standard documentation Oracle by default delivers to everyone in the market, team. It's an open source for everyone where you can access all the documents with related to the Oracle applications, team. So when I say documents, in that you can able to find implementation guides or student guides or user guides, different materials across all the modules, how to implement them, how to configure them. Everything will be provided by Oracle to everyone in an open source, team. The only thing is you should know where to go and where to access that documents that which are provided by Oracle. And also, I was explaining you the quarterly upgradation policy, right, team? Like every quarter in the year, Oracle providing the upgradation to their application, team. And every time Oracle comes up with new features or new enhancements within the system. So as a consultant, when you're learning this technology and once you start working on this technology, team, you should also grow along with the application. Means what? You should also get upskilled with the new latest features what are coming in this technology. It's not like predominant changes you are going to have, but kind of small basic features, new enhancements will be coming up, team, for every quarter. So how you will know? And not only that one, team, every quarter, if you are in the project working for the client, For every quarter, when Oracle upgrading their application team, we have to present certain document, something called impact analysis document we will call. Means what team? What are the new features coming in this release? We have to list out them in the document and we have to share it with the client. Like these are the new features coming in this particular release, something like that. But first of all, how come I know what features coming in this new release? Because I should also get educated by myself when I'm working on this technology, where I can access all these things, team. Either Oracle documents or Oracle documentation for all the modules, or every quarterly new release enhancements. Both will be available at one place, team. So that I'm going to show you now. Oracle Knowledge Repository. Go to any browser, okay, whatever it is, Google Chrome or Firefox, whatever it is, team. Just type as Oracle Repository. Just type as Oracle Repository. And the very first result that you will be seeing, team, Fusion Apps or .oracle.com. Okay, that is Oracle Enterprise Repository for Oracle Fusion applications. Click on that one, team. Then you will land up on this particular screen. Then here you have search by product. Go to Cloud Applications team. Okay, go to Cloud Applications team. Then you will land up on Oracle Fusion Cloud Application Suite. And here, all the different products that which are available under Fusion applications, you can see it. Financials, Accounting Hub, Procurement, or Supply Chain Planning, Inventory, Manufacturing, Logistics. These all are related to supply chain. These all are related to financials. And here is our HCM, Human Capital Management. Okay. Once you come here, team, go to your human resources. You will land upon this particular screen, team. You will land upon this particular screen, team. Now here, you have something on the left-hand side, team, all books. Go to all books, and then you can filter accordingly your books, team. Do you want to use the user guides you want, implementation guides you want, administration guides you want, what you want? You can filter accordingly, team. Let's say I want implementation guides. Filter it with implementation. So all the implementation guides related to our HR will come, team. See, implementing absence management, implementing benefits, implementing compensation, or implementing global HR, implementing global payroll. Like all the module implementation guides you can see here, team. Let's say I want to implement my absence management module. Then I can click on the PDF. So my PDF will open here. See, implementing absence management module. So the detailed document, 180-page document it is, entire absence module, like how to set up the absence management, step by step with their explanation. Everything you can able to have, team. So this is for your reference purpose. If you want to go through any standard definition, any topic that you don't know, you can able to refer these implementation guides or documents, team. These all are Oracle standard document for implementing the absence management. Similarly, for all other you have, team. You want user guides, let's say. See, use absence management, use benefits, or use compensation, or use global HR. Like that, for all modules, you have user guides. You can click on the PDF and you can able to access to the documents, team. So this is about all books. Okay. And here, if you go to videos, for small concepts, Oracle also embed certain informative videos here, team. It is just for information only, not clear-cut explanation will be there. Only basic explanation about that particular modules can be seen here, team. Let's say if I go to global payroll, like how to do a quick pay run, or how to submit a payroll flow, or how to do the transferring of payrolls. Some basic videos across all the modules also Oracle provide here, team. But this is just for kind of understanding or overview purpose only, not more than that. So this is all books which we can access all the documents that Oracle providing, team. See here, I'm not logged in with any of my user account. You might get a question. Kumar probably having account with Oracle company. So that's why this is getting access. No. If I come here, team, anything that I logged in, no, it is asking me to sign in, but I didn't did anything, team. It's an open source for anyone. So in due course of time, you will also will start using this particular documents team, because when you start learning the subject for any kind of reference purpose, if you want to refer to anything, then you can able to access the respective Oracle standard documents from here. And then team, coming to the upgradations. Okay, every quarter new upgradation is coming. Currently we are in 23B, I told you. Okay, now next 23C will come. So I want to know what new features came in 23B and what coming in 23C. Where I can get access, team? Here only, just above all books, there is something called what's new. Click on this what's new, team. Okay, click on this what's new, team, and here you can filter with your product. Like this is financials, supply chain, HCM. In HCM, again, you have different modules, team: core HR, benefits, compensation, work life, then talent management. And here you have time and labor, payroll, all the modules you have. I want for my core HR. So let's click on human resource. And then under what's new, team, you can go to human resource, HTML. Click on this HTML. Okay. And then CT, you will land upon what's new. And here you can see all the releases. Till 21D, you have the access. The past releases also you can see. Current release is 23B. Okay, CT. So go to this update 23B. Click on this one. Now here you can see what are the new features came. On the left hand side, you can expand the section. Under your global human resource module, these are the new features came. These all are the new features came. Whatever came in this new release. Okay. So let's say if I go to the particular functionality team, there is something called override standard working hours in the assignment. Okay. So a detailed explanation about that feature. What is that feature is about? On which screen that impact is going to have, where you are going to see that new change. A detailed explanation will be provided by Oracle team. Then next, there is something called derive standard working hours from job and location for assignment. Then the explanation about that particular new feature and on which screen that impact is going to have. Everything with an explanation will be provided by Oracle team. So this is the place, what's new. Every quarter, whenever the new upgrade is coming, you can refer to this particular document and you can upgrade yourself, team. What new features coming in this release in core HR module. Like that, these all are the new enhancements or the features in this particular module of core HR. Like for payroll, like for absence, you can able to access the documents here, team. So these are the open source documents for everyone, which is providing by Oracle team. You can able to access these materials by coming to the browser and searching with Oracle repository. Okay, that is about how we can access to the Oracle knowledge repository team. And now I also want to introduce to you the concept of certification. Like in Fusion HCM cloud application, how the concept of certifications will work. Because many of you asking me, Kumar, is it required mandatorily that we have to do certification? Just can't we learn the course and can't we get the job? Let us understand, team, first of all, how the concept of certification will work with Oracle Fusion applications team. Okay, so if I say about certifications, first of all, for the entire product, we don't have the certification team. And this question also, some of you might some of you asked me actually, what is that team? Kumar, for entire course, Oracle Fusion HCM is our application, is our course. For the entire course, do we have certification available? No. Oracle will not provide certification for the entire course team. It will provide with respective to the module. We have different modules, right, team? Core HR, absence, payroll, talent, OTL. For each module, Oracle provides the certifications team. Let's take up core HR. If you want to write the core HR module certification team, there is an examination name called Oracle Global Human Resource Cloud Implementation Specialist. Okay, and there is an examination code available team, that is IZO or 1ZO, you can call it, or IZO usually. Okay, 1046/23. Okay, there is an examination code available team. What is that? For core HR, Oracle Global Human Resource Cloud Implementation Specialist. Similarly, if you want to do for absence management, then you have an examination available for absence management. Oracle, okay, absence management cloud, absence management cloud implementation specialist. And for this exam, there will be a code like IZO 1056, like that you have a code availability. So for each and every module, Oracle provides the certification in the market team. Now the question is, how can I apply for this exam? Where I have to register with this one? Will directly Oracle conduct the certification exam, or I have to register anywhere else? Basically, team, Oracle will not directly conduct the exam. Oracle partnered with a company called VU Pearson. VU Pearson. Okay. So this is the examination partner for Oracle team. If you want to apply for any certification, you can go to that VU Pearson. Okay, when you search with VU Pearson, this is the first website that which you will be seeing team. See, home.pearsonview. Go to that particular website. Okay, and here team, you can take a test. You can apply with your examination name or code. You can register and you can book your slot and you can write. Prior to COVID, these all examinations conducted manually, I mean, not manually, physically in the test center. Like VU Pearson used to have their examination centers available across the India in different cities. You have to go to their center, book the exam, pay the fee, and sit there and you have to write the exam. But post-COVID, everything became online. Now directly you can go to the VU Pearson website, book your examination with your respective available slot and time of your convenience, and you can write the exam directly by sitting in the home. So what is the cost for the examination? For each module, it will be 20,000 plus tax. This is the examination cost that which Oracle will be collecting in order to conduct the exam for the certification team. And what is the examination pattern? How many questions will come? Whether do you have negative marking in that, or what is the pass percentage? Module to module team, the number of questions will be varies. It's not static for every module. Core HR paper might have 75 questions. Okay. Absence paper might have 50 questions. Payroll might have 80 questions. That will be varies team. Somewhere between 50 to 75 questions that you will be facing in each paper team. Okay. One second team. Sorry, team. I think I have a participant joining from another institute. Okay, fine, no issues. Okay, so each exam, sorry. So each paper might vary with the number of questions, but in and large, 50 to 75 questions you are going to face in each paper team. And the examination pattern will be on the choose the correct answers type. Like you will have a question and you have the options like ABC. You have to select the correct answer and you have to record your answer team. and negative marking will be there. Okay. So don't write everything that what you know. Negative marking is there for the evaluation team. And the pass percentage will be 70%. You should get at least 70% to clear that certification team. Okay. And as of now, it is 2022, 2023 paper yet to come. Now the examination that happening is 2022 papers team. Now in the month of May, probably next month, we are going to receive IZO 104623. So every year Oracle will give the new examination code for that exam. Okay. And what is the validity for certification? Kumar, we are writing the exam in 2023 April in this month. What is the validity? It will be for lifetime, no change. Actually, Oracle will give the validation for the certification for 18 months. After that, you have to write again. But ideally, in real time, companies will not follow this particular time frame team. They will check whether you are a certified implementation consultant or not. What is the validity when you have appeared, whether in 2020, 21. To that extent, usually companies will not go and check whether you are a certified or not. If they want, they can see it. But the validity will be 18 months, that as per the standard Oracle practice. And this is the certification approach we have to go and we have to apply. If you are working in any companies, you can go and check it, like with your management and you are with your project manager or someone. Some companies will provide free coupons in order to write the examination. If anything is that available, you can able to write from your organization only team. This cost can be bared by your company. And one more thing is, it is a non-refundable amount. If you write the exam and if you have not cleared it, you failed the exam, then the amount will not be refunded to you. You will be losing the exam. Okay. So now the question is it mandatory to write? If I want to start a career in this Oracle Fusion HCM, do I require to mandatorily clear my certification? No, absolutely no. It's not at all mandatory. Once you join the organization, okay, during the time of your appraisals, let's say you already working from 3 to 4 years, okay, in the organization. During the time of your appraisals, okay, or during the time of any project allocation to you, sometimes some of the clients will ask you whether the resource allocating to our project is a certified implementation specialist or not. During that time, your project manager might ask you for your certification, because depending upon the project requirement or during the time of appraisals, based upon your certification, you can have an added advantage. But as part of a recruiting time, whenever you are planning to start your interviews and when you're placing your resume in the Naukri, I don't tell that certifications are going to add a value. Nothing. It's ultimately you who are going to present in the interview and how good you are presenting your skills there. Just by adding that I'm a certified implementation specialist doesn't have any impact in the mind of interviewer. Okay. So it's an optional thing. It's not mandatory, okay, to get certified team. But on top of this, if anyone out of your personal interest want to apply for the certification, you can reach out to us. We can help you on the process, how to do that. And even we will support you with the dumps that are available team. Dumps means we have already the question and answers available. Whatever the exam you want to write, you can reach out. We will provide that question and answers which are readily available to you. So you can prepare that question and answers and you can write the exam and you can clear team. Okay. So this is about the concept of certification we have in HCM. For each module, Oracle offering the certification team. Whatever is your core strong knowledge you are having or core expert knowledge you are having, try to do that one, if at all, if you want to do also. So ideally, core HR is something bit easy compared to other modules team. So many people will do core HR certification at least if they want to do, but it's optional, not required as of now. Okay. So this is about the certification overview or the process in Oracle Fusion applications team. Now let us move on to introduction to the application team. Let us move on to introduction to the application team. Like I'm telling team, what is that? Fusion applications are purely on a cloud-based model. Correct, team? Fusion applications are now purely on a cloud-based model. So whenever a customer buy the license from Oracle, how the product will be delivered, team? How the product will be delivered, team? I'm telling. Let's say this is the product, Oracle Fusion HCM Cloud Applications. Okay. Okay. So when a customer buy the license from Oracle, how the application will be delivered, team? Just in the form of this URL, team. Because cloud applications or Fusion applications are working on a cloud-based technology or cloud-based model, team. So you no need to install the software or the application anywhere in your laptop or desktop, nothing, team. Or you no need to run the software, anything. Whenever a customer buy the license from Oracle, the product will be delivered just in the form of this URL. This particular application or URL can be called in different names. In real time, when you are working in the project team, you will be hearing that particular link or the application with different names. So you should be familiar with all that terminologies or jargons, team. What are that? You can call it as environment. Okay, you can call it as environment, or you can call it as server, or you can call it as instance, or you can call it as just a link, or you can call it as URL, or you can call it as pod, platform on demand. So with different names, you can acronym it or you can call it, team. Because when in the real-time projects we are working, our teammates or our project manager or our client-side people will be calling our application with different names. So these are the different names which we can use, or you can call the application, team. You can either call that as an environment, or you can call it as a Oracle Fusion server, or you can call it as instance, or you can call it as link, or you can call it as just a URL. In our very layman terminology, if you use, you can call it as web link, or you can call it as URL, like that, or even you can call it as pod. Pod stands for platform on demand. What pod stands for? Platform on demand. You can either call as pod also, team. Okay. Now, every one of us should understand, team, what are the types of environments that we will be receiving? One second, team. Okay. So we have to understand now what are the types of environments that you will be receiving, or you in the sense that your client will be receiving, team. Let's suppose my client is Tata Group. Now Tata Group purchasing the license from Oracle. Okay, because Tata decided that they want to use these Oracle applications in their in-house business operations team. Now Tata purchased the license from Oracle. The Fusion applications they bought from Oracle. So how many environments that Tata Group will receive, team? How many environments that our Tata Group will receive, team? Okay, so this is our demo instance, team. Ideally, the application will not be that one. Okay, I will use something here. Okay, let's suppose this is the environment which is given. Okay. Okay, this is one environment. I will tell you what are these things, team. Okay, so when a client or a customer buy the license from Oracle, team, they will be provided with two environments. Okay, one we will call it as production environment, One we will call it as production environment, and another we will call it as team test environment. Test environment. These are the two environments a customer will be received as part of their licensing by Oracle team. Okay, so let me keep some shape here for this one. Right? So when a customer buy the license from Oracle, the application will be delivered with two environments team. Like my client will receive two environments. One will be production environment and one will be test environment. These are the two environments will be coming up to my client. And the difference between the URLs, if you can notice team, production environment will start with like this. There will be 4 characters and .fa dot and there is some cloud.com will be coming up. For the same production environment, you have test environment team. You have see the same characters remain same and fa.us6 also remains same, but after these 4 characters, you have something called a /test. So like that, you have to recognize what is production and what is test environment. Why client will get delivered with the 2 types of environments team when a customer buying the license from Oracle? Why they will get 2 types of environments team? See, production environment is the actual environment, is the actual real application which the client company will be using for their day-to-day business operations. For their day-to-day business operation team. This is the actual real application which the client company will be using for their day-to-day business operations. So this is the real application team, what our client is going to use in their day-to-day life activities. All the client side HR people will be using this application. That we will call it as production environment. The real live environment which our client is using in their day-to-day operations. Then what is the test environment team? So basically, whenever a client buy the license from Oracle team, I told you, right, the client will be giving the project to the consulting companies for implementing the product according to their requirement. So Tata Group given the project to some implementation partner. You take Deloitte or Accenture, some IT companies that where we will be working to. So when that implementation team came and start configuring the application team, we in the implementation partners means we also part of the same team. Once we join the organization, we will be working in the implementation projects only. So when we go for a client project, we will be working on the test environment team. During the time of implementation, all the implementation configurations will be done in test environment team. Test environment, you can call it as proxy to the production team. Okay, so this is the actual environment. Okay, this is the actual environment which client will be using. But before that team, we have to implement everything in the test environment. So client will give the test environment access to the implementation partners. Whoever the implementation consultants working for their project, client will give access to the test environment team. So this is the environment or the application which will be used by the implementation team in order to do the end-to-end configurations or implementation team. Okay, once we configure everything here, we will give the application for testing to the client. Client side people will test all the configurations or the transactions that they want to do as per our configuration team. And once everything working fine as per their requirement, they will give the sign off that all the implementations or configurations are done properly, something like that. Once that is completed, team, all the configurations or setups, we have to move to the production environment, and we will hand over production environment to the client for their actual using in their business team. So we will not touch the production environment initially. First, we will be working in the test environment that will be providing to us for the client. This is the implementation environment team. In any project that you are working, you will start configuring every setups or the configurations in the test environment. First implementation have to be done in this environment. Once everything is fine, once we given this instance for testing to the client side people, they will do the user testings here. Everything is working fine, they will give the sign off. Then all these setups that what we defined, we will move to the production and we will hand over the production to the client. So any company, when they buy the license from Oracle, two sets of environments they will receive. One is production environment and one is test environment. How you will make the differentiation between the two environments? For test environment, after the 4 characters, you can see something /test will come. It means that is the test environment team, and this is the production. Along with this team, you will also face something called development environments or dev environments. In some of the projects, when you are going to work team, you might be listening the word dev environment. What is this dev environments team? Dev environments team. Customer can additionally pay the license fee and they can take a dev environments to our production team. By default, when a customer buy the license, in that licensing fee, along with the production, only one more environment, that is test, Oracle will provide with free. Production and test will come with free. But development environments, if they want to go, they have to pay additional fee to the Oracle team and they can take the development environments. What is this used for? Let's say your client want to test or configure certain new developments or certain new configurations they want to try. Custom business processes they want to try. So any new developments that they want to test a team, okay, any new developments they want to do in the application, okay, can be done in this dev environments team. Any new developments or any new customizations or new custom flows that you want to test out, anything, customization processes that you want to test out, you can use the dev environment for all that developments in the system team. So test and dev environments will be used for the implementation time. During the time of implementation, you will be working on this test and development environments team. Once the solutions you configured here, client is okay with everything, then we will move that solution to the production environment and we will hand over to the client. So client will start using them. So the dev environment will looks like this thing. In the place of test, how we have test coming up here. For development, you have something like dev. Okay. So by looking at that URLs, you have to understand whether it is a dev environment or it is a test environment or a production environment team. So these are the different types of environments which you will be coming across in real time whenever you are working in the projects team. So whenever you use a word dev or a test, how you will recognize team that environment is production, dev or test? By looking at that URL, you have to understand. And one more thing is product to product. These 4 characters in the URL will be deferred team. Let's suppose you are working in a company where your project manager asked to work for 2 projects. There will be situations where you might be mapped with more than 1 project also team. Means for 2 clients you are working team. How you will identify this product is client 1 and another product is client 2? How you can identify team? For every customer, when Oracle giving the Oracle Fusion applications link, whatever is the 4 characters starting here for this application team, EDFS is there, correct? These 4 characters will be deferred from client to client. So another client might have in this way. Okay. EZEGM, something like that. So this is the URL with the code starting with EDFS. And this is the URL starting with the code EZGM. So customer to customer, the application level differences to be maintained. These 4 alphabet characters will be deferred team. And that 4 characters, we will call it as pod number. Whatever is the pod, we can call it as I told, right? We will call that as POD number, pod number. This EZGM or EDFS. The 4 characters in the application URL, we will call that as POD number, pod number. For customer to customer, the pod number will be deferred thing. Okay, so this is my client A or customer A, and this is customer B. So you have to understand how the URLs or the applications will be differed across the client's team. And within the same client, if you have production, test, and development environments team, you have to recognize them in this way. After the pod number, you have /test, you have /dev. If nothing is there, directly after pod number, it is starting with .fa. Then that is the production environment of your client. So you will come more informative on these parts once you start configuring the system and once you start working in the real-time team. So that accordingly, you will be accessible to all the environments of your client. So when we go for an implementation project, client will give access first of all to test and development environments team. All the configurations we will do in these environments, and then we will move to the production. Until and unless with a prior approval of client, we, the implementation team, should not touch the production environment team, because this is the actual real application which a client is using. Something happened, any data discrepancy, something noticed, it will be a problem for the client. So ideally in any project you are working, production environment will be touched only once client approves to move the transactions or the configurations that we did in the test and development environments team. So these are the different types of environments which you will be coming across in any project when you are working. So the application will be delivered just in the form of URL, and you can call them in any of these names team. Now let us try to log in into the system and let us see some basic features within the application team. How to log in into the Fusion application team? So you can just copy paste your URL in your browser team. Okay. And then it will prompt me for sign in Oracle Applications Cloud. Okay. And here team, you can provide your user ID and password. Who will create the user ID and password? That we are going to take up in tomorrow's session in security team. But as of now, with my current user ID and password, I will try to log in into the system and I will explain you how the application looks like. What are the basic cosmetic features we have in the application team. So you have to pass your user ID and password. Whenever you log in into the system only, you have an option to select the language team. See here, what is this? I have multiple languages coming up. Oracle Fusion Applications is a multi-language supported application team. Means you can access the application in different countries, because clients who are using the Fusion applications are from across the globe, from different countries. And some of the clients will request, can we have the application in our own language? Yes, we can make use of it. See, currently by default, it will comes with English. Let's say I'm changing it to some Canadian French. Now see team, the things got changed. User ID, name changed, this is changed, and even sign in option changed. Or let's say if I go with German, now my screen got updated accordingly. Or let's say if I go with Norway, then accordingly it got changed. You can able to access the Fusion application with respective to the language you want to. So I want it in English only. Let me keep it in English. Now it came back everything in English team. Okay. And when you logging in, you have the options like forgot password. Let's say you forgot your user ID or password for your application. You can go to forgot password and you can pass your respective email that you are having in the system, then you can choose whether you forgot username or you forgot the password. You can choose accordingly and you can click on submit. To your email, that particular password reset link or username link will be shared. Okay. Then you can be able to sign in with your user ID and password. So this is my user ID and this is my password. Already it's saved in this Google Chrome, which I'm using team. That's why they came by default. And then let me click on sign. Now I will be able to log in into the application team. See, the screen is getting loaded. Now this is the main home screen of our Fusion application team. When you sign in, you will land upon this particular screen. So this is our Oracle Fusion Cloud applications. See team, the functionality or the application, how it is working. Anywhere did we install the application in the system? No. Just I copy pasted my URL in the web browser. I have given my user ID and password. Then I could able to log in into the system. So this is what the cloud-based model team. Okay. So once we log in, we land upon this particular screen. What is this screen we will call here team? Okay. See, I have good morning and this is my name, John Anderson, my user account which I logged in with. And here I could able to see different sections. I have sales section, I have service, I have me, procurement, my client group, help desk. And if I click on this arrow towards the right, I have a couple of options coming up. See team, what are all these things? What are all these things? And within each section, if I select, let's say my client groups is there. If I select this one, I could able to see again sub functions coming up under that, like hiring, journeys, new person. Then if I go to procurement, then I have a couple of options here. Then if I go to me, I have a couple of options. What are all these things? This entire section, whatever that you are seeing team, we will call this as Springboard. What is that team? This entire section, we will call it as Springboard. Springboard. And whatever the sections that you are seeing here, my client groups, procurement, me, service, these functions or these sections, we can call it as functional areas in the system. What we will call them, team? We will call them as functional areas in the system. Under each functional area, let's say my client group is there. Under that, I have again subsections or options coming up, team, like journeys, new person management, absences, time management, goals, performance. What are all these things, team? What are all these things, team? These all are the sub-functional areas. My client group is a functional area. Under that, these all are called as sub-functional areas. Okay. And under sub-functional areas team, you have again one more thing. See now, I came to a section or a functional area called my client group. And then I'm going to a sub-functional area called new person. Let's say if I go to new person team, my screen is loading here. Then I will land upon that new person sub-functional area and see what do you want to do or manage. Search for tasks. So these are what team? Different tasks which I can perform in the system. New person dashboard, hire an employee, pending worker. If I click on this task, then I will land upon hire an employee task team. See, I can able to do the hiring of an employee in the system. So basically, if you have to understand the sequencing part, you have functional areas in the top. Okay. Under functional areas, you have sub-functional areas. Okay. Then under sub-functional areas, you have set up tasks in the system team. This is the sequence you have to understand. Okay. We have here my client groups. Okay. My client groups. Then you have new person. And then you have what team? Here, hire an employee. Like that, we have set up tasks. So functional area, under that you have sub-functional areas, under that you have tasks available team. So this is about the Springboard. Okay. Whatever the functional areas, sub-functional areas that you are seeing in the Springboard team, You can also see them from here. On the left side top corner, you have 3 lines here, right? What is that team? It is navigator. Okay. If you click on this navigator, a bar will open up here from left to right team. So whatever the functional areas and the sub-functional areas under them, you are seeing in the springboard, but here they are in the horizontal way. Correct team? One after the other, they are placed in the horizontal way. You can able to access all these things from the navigator also team. See, if I keep my cursor on that, it is what? Navigator. If I expand that one, see, a navigator open team. Again, the same functional areas you can see. Sales, service, me, procurement, my client group, help desk, right team. The same. Sales, service, me, procurement, my client group. Let's say team, under my client groups, what are all the sub-functional areas I have? Hiring, journeys, new person, like that. Now see team, the same you can find here also. I came to my navigator, then let's say I'm coming to my client group and I will expand this functional area team. See, the same functional areas you can find here. Hiring, journeys, new person, person management, absences, perform, whatever that you are seeing here. Hiring, journeys, new persons, absence management. Same things even you can be able to find here. So from my client groups, if I go to new person, then also I will go to the same task. See, new person, then hire an employee, all these things I have. Or else if I click on my client group, the new person, from here also I will be land upon the same task. See team. So either you can access your functional areas from your springboard. This we will call it as springboard, where we can have access to all functional and sub-functional areas team. Or else you can find them from your navigator also team. But here the thing is, in the vertical way, the arrangement will be there. All the functional areas you can see here, that what you are seeing in the horizontal way in the springboard. Okay. So this is springboard and this is navigator. And here we have Oracle logo by default coming team, because they are training instances or demo instances. But in real time, you can have your client's company logo placed here. Whatever the client that you are implementing, whatever the logo that your client company have, you can place that logo here team. But that we have to see in our sandbox classes. We have a topic I told you, something called sandbox, personalization of the application thing. In this topic, we are going to see that one, how to change the logo, how to change the theme of the application, that all. It can be customizable theme. We can see that later. And then we have something, some options coming up here. If you see team, some icons are there. What are these icons team? This magnifier I will tell about this later team, because this is related to search. We have to see that different searches in the system. At that point of time, I will tell you. Here there is something called home button. What is this home button team? You be on the any screen. Let's suppose I came to my client group and I came to new person. Okay. Then I'm trying to initiate some task in the system called hire an employee team. Let's suppose you be on the any screen. Now I'm on hire an employee, but I don't want to proceed with that respective task. I want to come back to the main home screen. Then what I can do? Any screen that you be on, if you click on the home button, you will be navigating to your main home screen. It's same home button in our mobile how we have. What we will do, if you want to close the transaction or whatever that we are doing, we will click on the home button in our mobile. Then you will land up on our main screen. In Fusion application also team, the home button is that one. You be on the any screen and you don't want to proceed further, you want to come back. Then simply click on home. See team, you landed upon main home screen. So that is about this home button team. And then we have something called star icon team. What is this star icon is about? We have favorites and recent items available. What is this favorites and recent item? See, in our Google Chrome also, we have something called bookmark this tab option team, the star option. Can anyone of you know what is this bookmarking? the most frequently used sites or the URLs, you can bookmark them, because in future you want to use them, you want to save that particular URL stream, right? You can bookmark them. Similarly, within the Fusion application team, we have something called a favorites and recent items team. What is that? See, I'm John Anderson in the organization team. So I'm working as a HR associate. My day-to-day activities will be hiring the employees or maintaining the employees. All these things I have to do in my day-to-day life. Let's say every day I should come to my client group, I should go to new person, and I should perform the hiring transactions like hire an employee, etc. Or I should go to absences and I used to perform some absence transactions, let's say. So what can I do? Simply be on the screen first of all, whatever the setup that you want to add as a favorite. Then I'm coming to hire an employee. Okay. This is the daily task which I will be performing in my everyday life routine team. So simply I can be on the task or the screen of that respective setup or task. Come to the favorites and recent item. Okay. Okay. Come to favorites and you can add that particular task as a favorite item team. See, click on add to favorites and it will ask what is the task name. By default, from the page, it will take hire an employee. Then new folder you can create team. Like I want to jot down all my most frequently used tasks in the system. Something I'm keeping my folder name as my daily routine tasks. Something the folder name I'm giving team. I'm clicking on save. So hire an employee, I'm saving to this particular folder of favorites team. Okay. Next. What else team? I have one more task. There is something, a concept called pending worker, where I have to perform this task also every day. Then I be on this respective task, favorites. Okay. Add to favorites. Then to my folder of this one only, save and close. Like that team, all the tasks, whatever are your favorite tasks, means most frequently used setups every day, you can list out in the favorite items here team. So what happened team? Tomorrow I sign in into the system, let's say, rather than going to my client group, new person and picking a task, simply I can come to my favorites button. Okay. Then this is my folder, my daily routines. Click on that. I can see the tasks directly here team. See, if I click on hire an employee, now my screen directly will take me to hire an employee task. See? So like that, you can list out or you can bookmark your most frequently used setups or the transactions in the system in this favorites button team, so that you can directly get into that respective task from here itself. And then we have something called recent items. What is that recent items is about? See, in our Google Chrome also, whatever the websites that which we are searching for, whatever the Google search that we are doing, we have the history option available. We can check the recent closed web data or anything. You can check your history, right? Similarly, in Fusion application also team, whatever the recent tasks that you have performed or transactions that you have performed, you can see them in the recent items team. See, just now I came to new person. Prior to that, hire an employee, pending worker, then work structure. And for the previous batch, I'm talking about talent module team. I was explaining the performance related things with the same login. See, in the recent items, you can see these are the recent tasks which I have performed team. So from here also, I can go to that particular screen, see new person. I can land upon. So this is actually favorites and recent items option team. The star icon is okay. If you want to use it, you can use it whenever you are using the application. And then you have something called watch list team. So this is not required as of now to understand. Mostly finance and supply chain area people will be using this watch list team. As far as HCM is concerned, ideally it is not required. Go to this bell icon. What is this bell icon is about team? Notifications. I was explaining you yesterday team, we have a concept in the system called workflows and approvals. All right. Means what team? Several transactions you can set via approval. Means what? In absence management module, let's say employee applying the leave. then that approval should come to concerned manager for approval. Let's say in core HR module team, today HR hiring the employee in the system. So the concerned manager of the HR should receive the notification whether that transaction should be approved or not. So we have a concept called a workflow and approvals team. Several transactions across the module, when they are happening, you can send them via approval team. The concerned managers or HR can receive the approvals and they can take the appropriate action. So if I'm a managerial cadre person in the system, if any approvals trigger to me, that will come and sit in the bell icon of my user team. So all the notifications the concerned managers or HR can able to access here. Either approve or reject can be done from this bell icon team. That is about notifications. And then if you click on this settings and action team, okay, you have something opened here up called settings and action. So you have completed your work and you want to sign out from your application team. You can come and you can click on sign out so that you will able to log out of your application. Again, tomorrow when you are starting your work, you can click on sign in or copy paste the URL in the browser, and then it will prompt for user ID and password and you can able to sign in. So sign out will be done from the settings and action team here. Okay. And we have certain basic settings which we can talk about team in the personalization level, like accessibility settings, set preferences. Let us see these two things also. Accessibility settings, if I go team, like even in our mobile also, if you go to developer options in settings, you have the accessibility settings coming up, like how the application look and feel should be. Default mode, it should be screen reader mode, or color contrast of the application. By default, it will come with standard. If you want to high contrast, then you can change team. So the application look and feel will get updated accordingly. This you can check it out, basic cosmetic level features only. Okay. And then team, we have something called set preferences team. Come to set preferences. Here you can set up certain things related to the application team. Like in preferences, we have general preferences first of all. Go to regional team. So here you can set up the country information, date format, time format, number format, currency, time zone for your application team. So these all will be set up during the initial time of implementation team. It's not suggestible to change these things every time, because in the entire system, any module you take, wherever the date format, time format, number formats, currency, time zone coming up, whatever the format that we are setting up for the system, that will be taken to. So these all things are one-time setup, which usually we will do in the time of implementation team. Like your client is in which country, then what is the date format, how they want that to be in the system. Okay, in the backend also, when you extract a report, the date format of that particular any employee information you want to fetch with effective dates, the format of the date will print in this way team. Month, date, year. If you want something in another format, you can change it. Accordingly, it will reflect over there. Even the time format. If any data with respective to the time is there, how you want to maintain them in the system. Okay. Then number format. How the number format you want. Then currency information. Then time zone, that your client is in which time zone. That all information you can maintain here too. And then language. See, I told right, Fusion applications are multi-language supported applications team. While signing in the system, you have not given the preferred language team. You can come and you can change here. Come to language. Let's say I'm changing it to something called anything. We'll take a Finnish or something, French or Finnish, Dutch, whatever it is. So I'm changing it to Dutch, let's say. Click on save and close. Now see team. Now see team, entire application will change in that language. Now if I come to home, the entire application got updated with that language, see, with the Dutch language. See, everything is in the Dutch language. So you can able to update the language of your application from set preferences also team. So I don't want that. Let me put it back to English. Okay, then save and close. I'm familiar with these options team, but I don't know Dutch, but just I know familiar with this thing. And then you have something called my photo. If you go to my photo team, okay, you can able to upload your photo here. Means what? So when you log in here, you want your photo should come in the place of your name. Or let's say HR trying to search for your record in the system anywhere in the HR transaction time, or manager trying to search your record in the system. Your name and your photo will display to you. If there is no photo that you are keeping, by default, alphabet of first name and second name, first alphabet will come as a display name, JA. If you want to capture your photo, you can upload the photo theme so that going forward, your user will come with your particular photo. So this you can update here, my photo. And accessibility settings, already whatever we have seen here theme. Already we have the option of accessibility settings in the settings and action. The same you have here again, like color contrast mode or anything that you want to update, you can update. And this one, accessibility settings. Again, within set preferences also, we have that option too, same thing. Then password. As a user, you want to reset your password to your application team. Current password you have to pass, then new password, confirm the new password and save and close. Like that, as an employee, you can directly able to reset the password for your application team. So these are the things which we have to talk as of now. These proxies, watch list, financial cloud, sales cloud, these all are not required. With respect to finance, sales, that are part of that particular area team. As far as HCM is concerned, till that extent, it will be sufficient to understand team. And if you come to settings and action, we have some more things like administration, troubleshooting, help icons. These all things you will be coming starting from tomorrow or day after when we actually start our configurations of any module team. I will explain about these things. If you want to check what is the current version of the application team, from settings and action only, you can go to about this application team so that you can check what is the current version of this application, 23B release 13. Okay. So this is about the basic high level overview or the introduction about the application team, how the application looks like and what are the functionalities that we have on the main home screen of the application team. So I will conclude the session here for today. So this is what we planned for today team. In tomorrow's session, we are going to start with our very first concept is security administration team. Any project you go, the very first concept everyone should understand will be how the security administration in the Fusion application is working. Why? Because team, even once we given access to you, once you enroll to your course, once we give access to you, how to create the user accounts in the system to get access to the application, you should know team. Or even in the real time, when you go for a project implementation, how the user accounts for your team will get created and how the access. Now I'm having my user account available team. I logged in with my user and I could able to access to several functionalities team. How this access is coming to me, on what basis all these functionalities access I'm able to see in the system, that understanding everyone should have in the system. So that concept is security administration team. We have to talk about how to create the user accounts in the system and how to get access to all the functionalities in the system. Once this topic is completed, team, we can start with our core HR module in the system. So from starting tomorrow, we are going to start with our security administration in the system team. So the actual sessions will be starting from tomorrow. Yesterday and today, we planned for a demos and we completed the demo sessions team. So from tomorrow, whoever the participants gets enrolled, you will be getting the new meeting link for the Zoom session to join and also the access to the video portal and instance materials that whatever I mentioned yesterday, everything will be delivered to you. So I request everyone to please confirm your enrollments by today. If anyone not yet contacted to us, please reach out to us team so that our team will help you out for the enrollment process so that from tomorrow you will get the new meeting link and also the access to video portal and materials. And also you will be added to the WhatsApp group as well once the confirmation or the payments are received, team. So any questions as such in today's topic?